but what is it? What is it called? What's another name for introduction? It's the what?
Main idea.
Aaliyah.
Main idea.
The main idea. Okay. So, here, looking up here, who can read the first sentence for me? Amaya.
Eve Button's picture but a day's work teaches readers about the importance of integrity and honesty.
Okay, so remember we agreed that this story was about integrity and honesty? So what did he state in his thesis statement that was important? What two words? What two words are familiar?
Integrity.
Raise your hand. Remy. Integrity and what else? Nikki Gigi.
Honesty.
Honesty. So these two words are what? Part of his what statement?
Thesis.
Thesis statement. This is what his entire essay is going to be about, right?
Yeah.
These two things. Okay, who can continue reading for me?
Me.
Read the first paragraph, Genesis. Finish it up.
At the end of the story, the grandfather asked his grandson, "You like just to get a day's work?" The grandfather
Insisted?
insisted that they will have to correct what they did wrong. He and his grandson worked the next day to correct what they did wrong.
Okay, so we have our thesis statement. What was our thesis statement again? Everybody should have their hand up. I feel like you just said it. What are the two key points that he brought up? Caleb, what were the two main things that he brought up in his essay? Our first sentence, what's the main idea that he's going to talk about? Integrity and honesty. So did he just say, oh, a day's work teaches about the importance of integrity and honesty, and this was like, oh, I'm done with my essay?
No.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
No, right? What's the answer?
No.
No. So what did he do?
He added details.
Support. Raise your hand. What did he add? Jayana. Supporting details. What did he write that supported this statement of how this book was about integrity and honesty? Looking at our first paragraph, what did they say to what did they say for the supporting details in the first paragraph? RJ.
A day's work teaches readers about the importance of integrity and honesty.
Okay, well that's our thesis statement, but what was the supporting details that he added after this thesis statement?
At the end of the story, the grandfather asked his grandson, "You lied just to get a day's work?"
And then what happened? What did they state happened? How did they try and correct this? What does it say in the first paragraph? Everybody hold on, I see people without this in front of them. I'm gonna wait for those people. Still gonna wait. This right here. Leave this in front of you. Thank you. Okay, the first paragraph. What does it say? Genesis. How did it say he's going to correct this? What did it say?
His grandson worked the next day to correct what they did wrong.
What they did wrong, right? That's what they're going to do. To be honest, they made a mistake. So what are they going to go back and do? They're going to go back and correct this mistake, right? Yeah. Good. Okay. Who wants to start me off on paragraph 2? Alex.
Early in the story,
Early in the story. Okay, stop there. Okay, so what do you notice? What do you notice about these? What did I do here? Early in the story, I have that highlighted for a reason. I have this phrase highlighted for a reason. The reason is you want to have transitions, transitional phrases or transitional words in your essays, right? So these are transitional words. Early in the story is an example of going back. Earlier in the story, he's going back to what happened in the story, right? He's letting you know that he's going back to the story. So he's using these transitional words to let the author that's reading know that they're going back and referring back to this story, right? Okay, so what words did we see again that we noticed? Remember yesterday that we saw determination all throughout the literary essay? So we saw up here integrity and honesty, right? Where do we see this again? In the second paragraph. In the second paragraph, where do we see these words again? Star, where do we see them again?
Second line of the second paragraph.
Raise your hand. Remy.
The second line of the second paragraph.
Okay, good. Okay, so it says, early in the story, there is evidence of the importance of honesty and integrity. So he's referring back to this. He's going to have supporting details. Finish this paragraph up, Alex. Let's see what he says about it. What is he doing to back up this statement? Okay. For example, so what is he stating? What sentence is the supporting detail? He said early in the story there is evidence of the importance of honesty and integrity, right? What did he use? What transitional word did he use? He said, for example, he did what? What was the supporting detail, RJ?
For example, Francisco said that his grandfather was a fine gardener. However, this was not true.
Right. So you gotta see how he said he made a claim. His claim was that there is evidence of the importance of honesty and integrity, but he just didn't say that sentence and just moved on to the next paragraph, right? He had supporting detail to go along with it. He had proof. He had reasoning, and that's what you need to add in your essays when you start writing it. You can't just say something and not have supporting details going along with it, right? Okay, does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, next paragraph, Diana.
Later in the story, Ben found out that Francisco grandfather was not a gardener. Francisco and his abuelo poured out the land instead of the wheat.
Okay. So they started this paragraph with later. Did they say what is later? That's kind of a transitional word, right? Saying later on, later. Another transitional word that you can use. Okay. So we have our intro. We have our first body paragraph, and we're on our second body paragraph. What is this paragraph talking about? What is it stating? What claim are they stating? See the same couple hands up. I'm going to start calling on people at random. McCannon. What is this paragraph about? So this paragraph kind of introduced that, okay, it says that he was a fine gardener, but it wasn't really true, right? And what does this one say? What is this one saying? Karen.
Later he learned Francisco's grandfather was not a gardener.
Exactly. So it says up here that, okay, however, this was not true. And it tells you why, right? The next paragraph tells you why